To determine what the arena would be, I selected a significant environment from each participating movie and gave each a 1 through 12 and then used a random number generator to determine which setting I would use. The possible arenas were as follows: the French countryside from Cinderella, the German woodlands from Sleeping Beauty, a French village from Beauty and the Beast, the Arabian desert from Aladdin, the American forest from Pocahontas, the Chinese mountains from Mulan, the American bayou from The Princess and the Frog, Corona from Tangled, a Norwegian mountain from Frozen, a Scottish castle and the adjacent lake from Brave, a Polynesian island from Moana, and Little Kumandra, reminiscent of, although not necessarily taken from, Raya and the Last Dragon. The arena chosen was the bayou. When the tributes are introduced to the arena, Gus stumbles off his platform too early and blows up. Hey, then, as a reaction, stumbles off his platform and blows up as well. Once the counter reaches 0, the remaining tributes run out. The first of the cornucopia is Pocahontas, who grabs a backpack and runs away, knowing Kocoum would know where she went. The other tributes reach the arena at a similar time. Lady Tremaine obtains a backpack and a stone bow and runs away from the cornucopia. The Princess Aurora runs with Lady Tremaine but does not obtain anything. King Stefan obtains a sword and joins his allies. Belle, Moana, and Jasmine obtain backpacks and they run away from the cornucopia together. Mulan obtains a staff and a backpack and runs from the cornucopia. Charlotte runs from the cornucopia, knowing Gaston would find her. Louis runs from the cornucopia. Namaari obtains a backpack and a sword and runs from the cornucopia. Tong obtains a backpack and an axe and runs from the cornucopia. This covers the tributes who did not interact with other tributes at the cornucopia. In chronological order, first, Shan Yu kills Jafar with his bare hands. He would be an easy kill for Shan Yu to get in early. Then, Kocoum and Gaston would fight over a knife. Both are very strong and skilled, although Gaston is portrayed as stronger than Kocoum, and Kocoum is portrayed as more skilled than Gaston. Considering that this would, at this point, be unarmed combat, strength would be more valuable than skill with a weapon. Furthermore, Kocoum seems to rely mainly on strength and surprise in his fight with John Smith, and he has neither advantage here. Therefore, Gaston would have the advantage, and due to his strength, which borders on superhuman, would be able to kill Kocoum with a punch or two. At this point, Shan Yu will have obtained a sword. Kristoff is a very strong tribute, so Shan Yu would see him as an early threat, and now would have the means to engage in combat with him. Therefore, he attacks Kristoff as he obtains the trident. As Kristoff has no combat experience, Shan Yu would easily kill Kristoff. Seeing that two of their allies are already dead, Anna, Mother Gothel, and Flynn Rider would most likely disperse. Each would obtain backpacks, and the tributes from Tangled would each obtain knives. However, with the death of their ally, I doubt the alliance would last much longer. Most likely at this time, Merida would attempt to obtain a bow. However, Gaston is also a highly skilled archer, and would make an effort to obtain the bow while also inflicting as many casualties as possible. Therefore, he would attempt to use a sword to kill Merida and then to take the bow. However, King Fergus would likely attempt to protect Merida as she gets the bow, and would take on Gaston before he has the opportunity to kill her. Being capable of fighting Mor'du, King Fergus can likely match Gaston's strength and is much more skilled. However, he would not attempt to kill Gaston and would allow him to retreat. He would flee from the cornucopia with a sword and a backpack, along with Merida and her bow. At this point, the only tributes remaining at the cornucopia would be Shan Yu and Gaston, both types who would fight over occupancy of the cornucopia. Shan Yu is perhaps the only tribute who can exceed Gaston's strength, and he is a significantly more skilled fighter. Furthermore, this would be an armed fight, Shan Yu with a sword and Gaston with a sword and knife, and Shan Yu would not let Gaston retreat. Therefore, Gaston would die. In summary, Gus, Gaston, Jafar, Kocoum, Kristoff, and Hey Hey would be deceased. The remaining tributes are Lady Tremaine, Princess Aurora, King Stefan, Belle, Princess Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Shan Yu, Charlotte, Louis, Mother Gothel, Flynn Rider, Princess Anna, Princess Merida, King Fergus, Moana, Namari, and Tong, for a total of 18. See you tomorrow.